$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh God,
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
And
now.
Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, but
When she
she's
cuts-
a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is
Oh,
very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
you, John.
I can quote Speed too.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh,
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This one.
Times are here.
Yeah, I hate that one.
Do. It doesn't matter. That's
Well,
just an
yes,
image.
but there are two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
there's two of them.
Oh,
The
well,
second
that's what they.
one,
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready?
Ready
Ready.
Two.
to
Party!
We're ready
to party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on in, come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends.
Friends.
And then I think there's another
I
verse.
love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There's a little bit more to it.
Oh my God, I'm like tearing up
I
here.
just got a
Good one.
Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot!
I
You
thought that
okay?
You were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't
Out. Do it.
move.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah!
Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your.
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine.
Ridiculous.
You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some.
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 332 after a week off.
Another hiatus. We're just taking
Yeah.
time off.
I had a work engagement for last week. That's why we had to, and it was Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day was the big
if
deal.
that mattered.
We kind of celebrated it. We went to a movie. We went to yeah, actually it's kind of weird. Like Alex is like, "Oh, we're doing the thing that we do with our." Hold on a second. I want to make sure. It's something here. Okay, we're good. We want to make sure we're getting sound out. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, we went to a movie. Went and saw Knock at the Cabin, which
Yeah.
is M. Night Shyamalan.
Right.
And M. Night Shyamalan is like kind of what Alex and I have started with. That's kind of been he's been our director.
The
Kind
night.
I thought
That
it was
we-
Nolan.
Well,
What?
I thought it was Nolan.
No.
What?
Way off.
How?
I like Nolan.
I
Yes.
do, yeah. But I will say that M. Night
Spider-Man
Shyamalan-
is actually what started
Sam
everything.
Raimi, yeah,
So
but
Raimi.
he's not really like a director we follow. M. Night Shyamalan we followed our entire.
Yeah. When Signs was in theaters, Josh had came to visit me, and we went and saw Signs, and that night we
That was
had our
03,
first
02.
kiss.
Yeah, it was our first kiss, and then it was also like I don't know, it was just a big step for us, our relationship. So we just kind of
So we're like,
attached
"Aw,
ourselves to M. Night Shyamalan.
Let's
and
go on Valentine's Day to see an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
it was really nice.
At the same theater.
I keep seeing that movie get mixed reviews. How was
It
it?
is mixed in my head. It's mixed. It's pretty straightforward, no twists. It's predictable for my taste. I was able to predict most of it because I find things in movies so easily.
Because Josh is on YouTube 24/7.
I didn't watch anything about this movie. What are you talking about?
No, you just know what to look for.
I just know what steps to look for in a director, like especially M. Night Shyamalan.
Do you feel that it inhibits you from enjoying the movie?
No,
Can't you just forget about all that and just watch the movie?
that's subconsciously, bro. How can I tell myself to stop thinking? It's like telling myself to stop breathing.
I mean, you're a guy. You have 2 tabs.
My
open.
brain moves while I'm watching
Well,
a
I
movie.
guess I meant just.
I can't
just
like.
watch it. You know.
Okay, do you never try to figure out a film ever, like a detective?
Well, sometimes I see like we've had this discussion.
I know we
before,
have. It doesn't matter.
And I try to let it just play out and not think so much that I'm missing what's happening.
I think that I don't think that deters me from what's happening because I'm able to watch a movie with subtitles and not distract myself from. A lot of people have that issue where they're like, "Oh, why do you have subtitles?" That distracts me from it.
Yeah.
It's fully they can't
Even though
do two
it's
things at
literally
once.
spelling that out to them, they
Literally,
can't
yeah.
concentrate on
They
what's
can't.
happening.
I get that. That's kind of like what it is. It's like it's just another thing. I just have my brain wants to figure it out because I think actually Inception did it because there's so much in Inception we tried to do.
You can still go back and watch it and watch Inception and then try to figure things out.
I think it's all figured out now at this point. Anyways, but yeah, like we went and saw that. I'll give it a good. My rating, quick mini review, a 7. It was enjoyable.
7.5.
Batista's a little miscast. Like I don't get his. I get that they needed a big guy for his role. I'm guessing, but I don't know. He feels a little out of place.
Intimidating.
But not at the same time like the Gentle Giant.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies that we're going to see, did you see that John Wick 4 is almost 3 hours long?
No.
Oh yay!
It's
I haven't
like
read anything on
Non-stop
It's
action.
like 2:49, and at the same time, the Mario movie is like 92 minutes.
I know that's really short.
That's really short. I could go for 100 minutes of Mario.
Like, so I mean, I love the John Wick movies, but 250 is too long.
You
So-
might.
so
you
I
might
looked
enjoy
him
every part
up.
of it.
The first one was 140.
Okay.
The second one was 202. The third one was 211, and the
Yeah.
fourth one is now 249.
I'm gonna guess they're bringing story into this like pretty heavy at this point. They
Yeah,
can't just
just,
all be action. There's
Well,
gotta
I
be
also
some
read that
tales.
it's got the biggest action sequences of far, which of
That's what
course
they
it was
say
going
for
to.
every movie.
They say that for every Tom Cruise film too.
Exactly.
So it's not really a thing to
The
I
say.
don't know.
Mission
I'm
Impossible.
excited. I don't
I'm
care.
I
excited
assume
for
that
it.
just means it's, there's X amount of scenes of gun fights in every
Absolutely.
John Wick movie.
Yeah.
I would assume that each one is longer and longer. Like in number 4, each one is longer than the one before.
Yeah.
It, you
It's
know what
kind
I
of
mean?
weird. This one doesn't have a subtitle like 3 did though.
Right.
You know?
Parabellum.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm really excited to see that. It comes out in May.
Next month.
Oh, next
Yeah,
month?
it's March.
Where is it? Yeah, it's March. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
comes out in March. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh! Wow, is that? I think that's the next one we're gonna see.
Probably.
I don't really have anything else. I'm not
When
inspired.
does-
Oh, Ant-Man. Are we seeing Ant-Man? Probably
Yeah.
on a Tuesday.
Probably.
Tuesday has cheap film.
I read that it's
That's
it's
getting
the worst reviewed, but
poor.
it's made the most money of the 3.
It's
is funny.
Yeah,
Hey.
I don't know. I'm hoping it's good. But let's get onto some of the topics of the podcast here. On this day, by the way, 27 years ago, on February 21st, 1996, Top Gun: Fire at Will was released on PC, and that was my first flying NPC game.
Mm.
I'm going to show you screenshots of this iconic Top Gun game that I I found myself diving into as a kid. I was really into it. This is not good. But yeah, like right there, that's a basic screenshot of what your screen looks like. Top Gun.
Oh wow, those graphics, man.
That. Yeah.
I think I've played this.
It also came out on the PlayStation.
Oh, I played it on PC.
It did come out on, it was PC and PlayStation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had the actual, like, my brother was really into this game. He had this huge desktop joystick that was like really flat on the base and heavy,
Mhm.
and it had a lot of buttons, man. It was all over the place as far as cool. But yeah, that was my first flying PC game. Do you remember your first flying game?
The first thing that comes to memory is there was a side. I have no idea what it's called. It was a side scroller on the SNES, but it was a jet, and you shoot and you go up and down and
was
back
it
and
Gradius?
forth. I don't know.
Oh,
But then there was another one. It was one of the Desert Storms where you're a helicopter and you're flying.
are you talking about Jackal?
No,
Jackal, you do have a helicopter for a short period, but I don't consider that one a flying game.
it's Desert Strike, and then there was Urban Strike, but you're a helicopter.
Oh,
and you go all over the
I've heard
map
of Urban
doing stuff.
Strike.
Yeah.
Ah, that might have been. It might have had the similar kind of feel. I'm just guessing as Jackal, because
But my favorite flight game would be Star Wars Rogue Squadron, even though it's
oh
of
my
course it's
gosh.
fictional. But
And then they brought a new one out, and it's. Have you played the new one?
Squadrons.
Have you played it?
I have. I haven't gone the distance with it because it's first person, which I will talk about. I'll deep dive into that a little bit more when we get to playing and watching.
Okay. Which I mean, I don't really
Well-
have. Oh, Alex, what's your first flying game?
I don't know.
I
You
did
don't know. GTA probably.
No, I played
Halo.
that thing that you just
in
had.
the flying
Up.
Hawks. Remember Hawks? It
Yeah.
was a Ubisoft title.
There
on
was
the
one-
360.
There was one.
There was 2 entries, I think.
Was that the one that you could get like a big setup for the Xbox
I
360?
don't think so.
Oh wait,
Not
no.
that I ever saw. There was there was some kind of mech game for the
Oh my
original
God,
Xbox
dude.
that had
Yeah.
a big thing.
Yeah, you can get huge console setups for these
Yeah.
kinds of games, and they're not way out there as far as profitable and cheap. But let's get into playing and watching. And we
Well,
also have to talk NFL a little
we
bit here
need
too.
to probably do the Super Bowl first.
Let's
since
do
we're
Super Bowl
so far
first.
removed.
Yeah, because
so you won the
I-
pick'em and
I
the
did.
game itself. Pick.
by 1 point off on each. So I was 37-34, Kansas City, Philly, and the ending score was 38-35.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I was 1 point off, but I
So,
still
but
got
I
the
wanna,
winner
I want to
and
say,
the
like, good job to all three of us because we all said it was gonna be won by a field goal.
Yeah.
we
It was a
all
3-point
said that
So, Brett,
it was
you
gonna be
said-
in the 30s.
Shootout.
You said Philly 31, Kansas City 28.
28,
As soon as it was 35, I was like, well, all of us lost.
Right.
And Alex, you said Kansas City 34, Philly 31. So you were getting
That's
You were
close.
close too.
Yeah.
But in the pick'ems that we were talking about, that's for It Be Like That podcast. Shout out to them, hosted by Patrick and Brian. I won with 1508 points. I went 170 and 98. Brett, you went third place at 1445, 171 and 95.
By the skin of my teeth.
One game.
One win.
I would have had that.
So, what did you win, by the way?
I don't know.
They haven't told you?
They haven't told me. They asked me for my Amazon email. I'm sure Pat's like, oh, we got to hit that up. And then Alex, you went fourth place because both of you didn't pick the Super Bowl winner.
I would have picked
We
Philly.
went like a week or so without playing, so I
Yeah, I
completely
don't-
forgot about
You
it.
would have beat Brett.
I know
don't
I
She
think
would have
would.
picked the Chiefs.
I didn't. I only picked one game in the championship weekend. The
Yeah.
AFC and the NFC, which is fine because I would have lost the other one anyway, the one I didn't pick.
Right.
But I don't know. I think I still would have picked Philly,
Yeah.
which I would have lost anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I finished where I finished, and I'm cool with that. It was a good season. Well, as far as the game goes itself, it was a good game.
Good game.
Good
Good
game.
commercials. The dog commercials need to stop. They made me
Yes.
cry.
The what commercial?
The dog,
dog
commercials.
commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Dog. Well, the first one was the girl growing up, and then the dog's perspective. That got Alex
That I was bawling.
so hard. And then
I was bawling.
I saw the end of it. I wasn't really paying attention. Then there was another one they played. It was like I think it was where they got a second dog. A family
They got a
second
dog for their other dog.
and that got me because I was like, oh, and I just had the whole
Not with
pixel.
the dog.
Yep, not with the dogs. It got me.
Now there was some talk afterwards about the halftime show.
I don't know what was
What's
so wrong with
wrong
it. I
with
thought
it?
it was
there
fine.
was nothing wrong. Like I am not a fan of Rihanna. Like that's just not my
I'm fine with
my
it.
kind of music.
I like half her songs.
So
Yeah.
the thing was, it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it.
Mhm.
But compared to previous productions that they've done at the Super Bowl, it was much less exciting.
Right.
Now, it did come out that she's pregnant, and you could definitely tell that
You
she was
could tell.
pregnant.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that it was maybe toned down for that reason, that's fine. It's fine. But then I guess the deaf performer or the performer that does the sign language, there's a story coming out that she wasn't even on TV.
I had no
and
idea.
she was killing it.
Oh,
You
really?
didn't hear
Oh.
this story?
No.
Yeah. So she did a great job, and finally they released on YouTube the video of her doing it, and it was
Oh.
fantastic.
Oh.
Interesting. What did you think of it?
The what?
The show, like, was
just
there
said.
any yourself? Did you think if there's any was controversial at all, or
No, it
If
was.
people are-
I found it kind of boring myself.
yeah? it
But I
kinda
think I was also on a high from last year's, which was one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, Dre and Eminem,
Dre and
50
Eminem,
Cent,
Snoop, and
Snoop.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was good stuff. I don't really have a lot to take away from the Super Bowl itself, other than the
it's a
Chiefs
good.
won.
It was a
so.
good game. It was fine.
Happy Andy
they
Reid
did
beat the
get.
Philadelphia Eagles.
They did. We did talk about the pass interference at the end of the game.
It was a hold. It
was.
was.
I mean, they're gonna call that. They just are.
It was
It's a
one
bad
that,
timing. Bad timing.
It's one of those you don't want to see it called. Maybe you don't want to see it called then because of the effect it could have on
It
the
did
outcome
Yeah.
have
of
a
the
big
game.
effect too, because it was the last 2 minutes of the game.
Exactly, it allowed them to get a first down and run the clock even farther. So,
Mhm.
but it was what it was. It wasn't a horrible call. It was just one that maybe you let him play because he did grab him, but from what I could see, it didn't deter his
route,
ability
he
to
was
get
moving,
away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
still, he tugged the jersey back.
yeah, and
From the angle that the ref called it, it makes sense. But the angle that the camera showed, it didn't even look like he touched him.
Yeah.
No,
I was
it
like,
just
what
looked
the
like he
hell was
went
that
like
call?
this.
And I was like, Rick, I'm sorry. And I felt really bad for him because I was like, Rick, that was a terrible call. Then afterwards, like, oh, the other side, okay. Now, among that, like, have you been watching the XFL?
I watched maybe a minute.
Go Battlehawks, bro. Holy crap. You can't predict an XFL game right now. It's so insane. What? Is there a fuzzy on me? What?
That's his mole. Was
Did
it a
you just-
mole?
You good?
Try to pull his mole off.
Oh my God, Alex, you all right?
I thought it was like the angle. It made it look like it was dark blue. So I was like, oh, you have a fuzzy from your jeans.
I will say about the XFL, like I hope it does well.
It's doing well.
I may fall into it from time to time if I'm bored, but for the
It's
most part,
exciting, man.
my football attention goes to the NFL. But again,
Yeah.
I don't begrudge it. I don't want to see it fail. I hope
I hope
it does well because I think it could be a good farm system for college players that don't get drafted by the NFL. Maybe they can go actually play football in something like I believe it's the other
USFL.
USFL
There's two
or
of
the
them, yeah.
XFL.
Yeah.
If
I don't know when the USFL starts though.
I think it's after the XFL.
Nice. So I
So
can get
it's
football
closer
all
to the
year.
summer,
Holy
yeah.
crap, that's awesome. I'm gonna watch it.
Well, and the
Um,
reason for that is none of them want to compete against the other.
Right. XFL doesn't need to. They've got plenty of Southern teams, so they're gonna do just fine in their stadiums and everything. But there were 4 games on over the weekend,
Mhm.
and every
Which
single
was
one
all
of
the
them-
teams because there's only 8 teams.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was what Alex and I are rooting for the Battlehawks because they're from St. Louis. That's the closest team to us. Other than that, the DC Commanders. So
Don't Chicago doesn't have a team?
not in the XFL right now.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to later. If they're going to expand.
If it's a
that'd be
huge
great.
success, maybe there'll be expansion
Oh, that'd be
teams, you know.
awesome. That'd be
Um,
awesome.
I
But
did see
it's
that.
good.
You remember Dean Blandino?
No.
He's you know who Mike Pereira is?
Yeah.
So Dean Blandino is another type like that
Yeah.
was working for Fox that would stand by on games that they want to when the announcers want to go to somebody to say, "What do you think of that call?" or something.
Yeah.
So now he's the VP of officiating for the XFL.
Oh. Okay. Now I
yeah.
gotta say, I got a little pissed off at the direction that they were going with the XFL. After a big play happened, they went to commercial. They didn't talk about the play when they came back. They interviewed the owners
Yeah.
because they had a schedule to go on,
Yeah.
which makes sense. But like 5 minutes later, they finally were like, "Oh, by the way, here's the outcome of this play."
Yeah.
I was like, "Bullshit, dude! You can't do that."
Maybe they are just trying to get some exposure to the owners. I don't know, but that doesn't shout football, first.
It's a little upsetting.
especially if it was, a major thing in the game. But
Right.
anyway,
No, it's but what I want to talk about with the XFL, there's one thing that happened where the Battlehawks were down 15-3 in 2 minutes. and they came back. They got a touchdown and I think they got the 3-point, right?
It
They don't kick
I
field
think that
goals.
was-
They don't.
right?
I don't know if you can.
I don't-
I don't know.
Uh,
From
Yeah,
what
I
I heard
don't-
today, I don't think they kick.
They
them.
they kick regular field goals like 3-pointers.
Okay, but
I know
not,
that for
not
sure.
point afters. That's it.
I don't
they
know.
Don't kick point afters. They get those 3 options.
I've seen everybody go for 2 at
Yeah.
this time because
Yeah.
2-pointers at the 5, 1-pointers at the 2, and the 3-pointers at the 10.
Oof.
Now the Battlehawks got the 3-pointer,
Nice.
so now it's 12-15. There is an option for onside kicks. Not doing a basic onside kick anymore. The kickoffs are different. You cannot move until they catch.
the kick up.
There's
kickoff
another.
lineup.
There's a 4th and 15 play you can do, and get the ball on the 25-yard line and play a 4th and 15. They got it,
Wow.
and then they got a touchdown and won the game.
And you were watching this?
I was watching it.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was 3-15, and the Battlehawks were doing terrible for the first 3 quarters.
Yeah.
They did like maybe 80 yards. Inside of the 4th quarter, they did like 250. It was nuts. It was amazing. So go Battlehawks.
It's definitely
Caw-caw.
more hyped.
It is.
Definitely more hyped.
It
A lot more to
is.
follow.
And they also don't allow you. There's no silence. Like when there's a flag, there's full talk. You hear everything. You hear every single person. If there is a play that they want to call back and do, they will do that, and they'll have the officials actually. You'll see the command center of the people pulling up the camera angles, and they will say, "Hey, wait, we're going to review this play, regardless of what down it is, where it is, and whatnot." I love that.
Well, they probably had a
Fuck the
conversation
NFL and
like,
their fucking
what can
shadows.
we do different than the NFL?
And they're doing it.
And they're doing it. you
They
know?
are, and I love it. I love it because it gives zero barrier between the viewer and the refs
Full
and
access.
the officials.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I hope that they continue and they're successful. I hope there's no conspiracies, no issues, no problems, because you can see it happening. It's always some football drama. There's always some drama somewhere, and I don't want to see it. But there were some lemons thrown on the field in Washington, D.C. because they did what's called a beer train, where you stack cups consistently, and everybody who finished their drinks, they had a long train going. They took it away. Everyone got pissed.
So
those drinks were lemons.
So they
Halves.
made
Lemon halves.
lemons.
They've chucked them on the field. Say, give us our train back. That's
It wasn't harming anybody.
the lemons can.
No.
The train,
train
wasn't.
was
No,
not
it
harming
wasn't.
anybody.
It wasn't. So I'm excited, but the thing is, the rest of the XFL is only on ESPN and FX, so I'll figure out ways to watch it or whatever.
I
Go to the
imagine
bar.
if it's a game on the weekend, and it's scheduled for ESPN, it would also be on ABC
I'd hope so.
because it was this weekend.
It was. I just wonder if that's just to get the casual
Right.
viewer to
I
see
think I would think that they would want ratings to be at the highest, and to do that, you got to put it where it's the most available, which
Right.
is ABC, because that's free.
it. I agree. So playing and watching, you got some new stuff, huh?
So I dove a little deeper into the Skywalker saga,
Oh, I haven't played that in a minute. I've actually forgotten
and
about it.
it's fun.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is because they're covering all 9 films, the missions are very short.
They are really quick, but
Now
I just
the-
didn't know if that was the difference between the original and this.
Right. No, they are there. It does not take long to finish a mission. Now, if you're trying to get all the mini kits and all the challenges and all that, it's going to take some more time to, if you wanted to 100% it. But what annoys me is that we see this movie Squadrons, and then there's also flight missions in this game that are all fine. Why can't we have a third-person, just regular Star Wars fly game?
The
'Cause
flying is
clearly
fun.
they figured out the mechanics.
Oh yeah, it's fun. Lego can
It's-
do it. I think Lego can just do a Lego.
that
one
would be
just on
fine
its own.
too.
That'd be
Just a
great.
straight,
I played some of it.
Rogue
yeah.
Squadron game.
Where you're flying around.
You want to do Lego Rogue Squadron, that's fine,
Yeah.
but it can be done,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to see it done.
What was that? Something go off? Did you see a light? What was that?
I don't know. I think something flickered.
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah.
I am coming down the home stretch of Red Dead 2 on PS5.
nice.
And as soon as I finish that, I'm going to dive into God of War Ragnarok.
Wow. Have you played that yet?
No.
No? It's like 4 months out.
I
2 months
I
out?
didn't get it right away, and then I hate the games you got to do deep dives on. I don't like playing 2 of them at the same time,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to get through at least the story of Red Dead.
You beat GoldenEye pretty quickly though, right?
I did.
haven't
I
gone back
finished
to
it
that
on the
either.
Secret Agent playthrough as well.
Really?
So,
Wow.
but I was reading through some of the achievements and the speed runs of some stuff on C or double agent. I'm like, how is this possible? Because the only difference is you lose a lot of health when you get hit.
Yeah.
So you cannot get hit too much.
No.
And it's not a good cover system.
He's licking the floor up, and it's...
What's wrong with that?
I don't want him eating anything.
Don't eat the floor pixel.
Yeah. You playing anything else?
No.
No. Alex, you got anything going on? What?
I went back to High on Life today.
Did you really?
I actually do have something, but I'll wait till you.
How is it?
Over.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not going to go back to it.
You done with it?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I've gotten like 4 bosses, I think 5 done, and it's definitely become very repetitive. Like, there's no... I don't know if I just need to push through this part, but I'm bored.
You're bored?
Yeah. It's just kind of like... It's the exact same thing every time you beat a boss. So it's like, can I have something different? Is there more to the story? Like, it's just...
Yeah.
I know, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I'm bored with it.
I
don't know. I might pick it back up, but I played it for like 45 minutes today, and I'm like, I didn't even save it. I just went to the home screen. I was like, wow, went from great to shit very quickly.
Is it because of your thoughts on Justin Roiland?
No.
No. Is that going to deter you from watching the rest of Rick and Morty?
No.
No. Okay,
Mm-mm.
that's good. Because you got to separate that. A lot of people are going to have to. I went back and Madden 23 is now on Game Pass after I got it for Christmas. So I owned it on disc for a month, and now it's available digitally on my other console. So I went and played that. I've been playing that all week actually. So went to the Super Bowl, doing just fine. I picked up Jimmy Garoppolo.
Nice.
So I have Kirk Cousins and Jimmy Garoppolo. So Jimmy G is better than Kirk a little bit just by speed. And so now I've been playing him, and he's getting leveled up, and Kirk Cousins is sitting on the bench getting worse. But not intentionally. They were both doing fine. I just picked up Jimmy G because he was a free agent, and I just had the money. So we're going to be doing a franchise, aren't we?
Maybe. Rick and I couldn't figure out how to do multiple people. It was really weird. Like,
is it just
and then I read that there's been some issues with the servers with multiple people playing in franchise, so I don't know if it will happen or not.
Okay, never mind then. So Rick, Brett, me, and Patrick, we're going to do a league.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be us 4 just picking our own teams and then going through our franchise together.
Like playing when we played whoever's team, we would play against each other.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but I mean, how often? Who would you have chosen?
The Bengals.
Really? So I probably wouldn't have seen you much. I wouldn't have seen Patrick much. I haven't seen Rick a lot though.
No,
at least once a season.
No, we'd all be in different divisions. So.
Yeah, that's actually not bad. So if we would, I mean, that'd be fun. But we can always.
And if there's an update, maybe we can figure it out. But kind of gave up on it for now.
Alex and I have been playing Fall Guys a lot for our streams.
Just about to say. Yeah.
Like both of our streams just been Fall Guys, and we did a game of Dead by Daylight, which was really fun. You got to play that with us sometime to try it out.
I know.
I think you would have a lot of fun.
Brett, it's definitely a Brett game. Yes, definitely.
There's a task to do. You got to avoid the killer. That's it. I mean,
that's Brett. It's easy, but it's not as.
There are levels.
It's not as
there
easy.
Are layers to making it harder.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured out how
the longest part is just going through like the web of.
And
like,
it's on Game Pass. I mean, it's not like you're buying it.
But I know it's not. I don't know. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not playing it, but Ashley has dove into Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh my God! There's so many people at work playing that right now.
Loving.
What'd you buy it on?
Xbox, of course.
Oh, okay.
It's because
how am I supposed to know if you're gonna buy it on PlayStation?
Well, I only have one of those, and I have 2 Xboxes.
Oh, okay.
So
you have a X and a Series S.
Yeah.
So you lent her the Series S.
Correct.
There you go.
And
made that your home console.
I didn't actually, but I could. But
wait, did you buy it on disc?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
I can't on the Series S.
I'm stupid.
Stop confusing the audience.
I'm very confused myself.
So she has that, and she's pretty much never played Xbox before.
Does she have her own gamer tag?
She does now.
Oh,
she does now.
But she's loving it.
Mm.
And That's what I've seen in my group. I mean, there's always a few haters, but everybody was.
The
playing
haters
it.
are based off of
All the posts
off of the creator.
The first week was
not off of the gameplay.
all about how good it was and how much people loved
Our
it.
friend Quentin, he's gotten over 100 hours into it.
Yeah.
He's already done.
No, I think he said 50.
Well, he's gonna have more than 100
yeah.
hours into it.
I think before the weekend she was at like close to 40, I think, and she did not play over the weekend. So I think she's playing now. Actually,
he went through every side quest and everything. He's a big Harry Potter fan. So if we ever have a Harry Potter podcast, he's also on. So we're gonna have to have like a lot of people on.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's ever going to be a Harry Potter event in order for us to want to do that.
I'm sure there'll be something.
Or something. I don't know. But as far as watching goes, The Last of Us, Alex and I have been watching that, keeping up with it.
We got an episode to do tonight.
We do have to watch that tonight, yes. We'll be
and apparently we have to watch there's a Game of Thrones like accident.
Unless they removed it. If there's an accident, they can digitally remove things like that. So,
well, like in Game of Thrones, there was a Starbucks cup in one of the scenes. Well, apparently I can't not see post accidentally, and it said like there was like some of the film crew was in the background of a scene or something. So nothing like too big.
The Mandalorian, I had that one image of that crew guy. Like, you remember that costume? That low budget costume?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. So
there's hiccups in everything, but I don't know. That's just one thing that people are gonna take deep dives into each episode and like, oh my god, look at this! I found something they messed up on.
We're probably gonna be getting 3 seasons of this show. Just
okay.
So you know. We're getting season 1 is game 1. Season 2 is probably gonna be the in between 1 and 2, and then season 3 is probably gonna be.
Did they sign up for all 3?
That's just what I'm speculating.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing they've already been greenlit for it too because it's so successful.
If it hasn't yet, it will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex and I have been sticking with wrestling still. The Elimination Chamber was on Saturday.
Yeah, we just so happened.
Entertaining, man.
We turned it on right before my stream, which was a bad idea. So I was like, "Oh shit, Elimination Chamber's on," and I was actually enjoying watching South Park. And
you got mad. I didn't want you to turn it on. I had it on my phone.
Yeah, but you were just like, "Oh, Elimination Chamber's on," so I went ahead and turned it on. So what's on is Edge and Beth Phoenix, and
they're going against. Oh my gosh, I can't remember who they went against.
They
won.
Yeah, I know they won. Okay, but
I can't remember who they went against.
Finn Balor and somebody else.
The girl
that you like.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I don't remember.
It doesn't matter. It matters, but it doesn't matter at the same time.
So, but the next one was the United States Championship
in the Elimination Chamber.
In the Elimination Chamber, and I only knew one person. And that was like one of the best matches I've ever seen.
It was amazing.
It's like, I don't even know who these people are, but damn, this feels like older wrestling. Like, what the hell are they doing?
Well, Vince is out, right?
Yeah, Triple H is in.
Well, maybe
that
could be the sign right there.
Rhea Ripley. Why can't I remember Rhea Ripley?
Yeah, Rhea Ripley.
I like Rhea Ripley.
But yeah, I only knew one
Alex
of the people, which was
Montez Ford is her.
Oh, dude, I love Montez Ford. He's cool. I like him.
Austin Theory's not bad, but he's a good villain.
Yeah. Seth Rollins was in it.
Yeah, that's the guy you knew.
Yeah, I knew Seth Rollins.
You knew Johnny Gargano.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Bronson Reed is the big boulder dude.
Dude, I like the boulder dude. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Roman Reigns is still champion and
care.
doing his thing.
But I just watched those 2 matches and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty damn good. And I had texted the guys. I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I'm super invested in this match. I'll be on a little late. I need to see how it finishes or how it ends. And then it ends really. It made me like flip the bird.
WWE fashion.
Yes, it did. I was like, oh my God, you took everything from skyrocketing amazing to you just spit on it. So
we'll see where it goes. WrestleMania is in a month, so we gotta get.
It felt like a WrestleMania match.
Did,
I was like, damn, they went hard.
And they're doing WrestleMania in 2 nights, so I just wonder if we're gonna watch both. And
they did that last year, didn't they?
They've been doing it for the last 3 years, so I don't know. It's whatever. Do we have anything else to talk about for watching? Are you watching anything new?
No, I don't believe so.
We can talk about the 3 Musketeers.
Well, I got a quick story.
Okay, quick story.
So I went to I donated plasma today, right?
Cool.
It was the probably. So I've been doing it for it'll be 6 years in April.
Did they give you anything?
No.
No. They should give you something for 5.
Today was probably the worst experience I've ever had.
Why?
So, and
You've
that
had some
includes
doozies, man.
that includes probably the worst experience was
Where your arm went
when
bad?
no, it was when there was one time where I got the biggest hematoma I've ever seen.
That
when it
was
went clear up my
God! Don't
arm.
talk about it. That
But-
just sends me up the wall. I
The,
can't hear
the
about
worst experience was when a girl that I trusted, she just made a mistake. It wasn't a big deal, but the oh shit siren went off and she forgot to hook up something and my blood ended up all over the floor.
Oh, that today?
No,
Oh.
that was the
What?
worst experience leading up to today.
Oh my god.
And it wasn't like I didn't feel any different. They just wrapped me up and said, "Okay, you don't have to donate today. You'll still get your pay, but go eat some Cheez-Its and drink some Gatorade." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I felt fine.
That messes with me. Just seeing
So-
my blood's on the floor.
So
Was it messy?
I didn't look because
I wouldn't.
Good,
Have
I
looked.
wouldn't
no,
either.
I wouldn't have looked.
I can't do
actually
that.
that day Dalen had gone at the same time as me, and he was sitting across from me.
Oh.
And the siren went off, and I look at him like, "What is going on?" And he looks around, and he's like, "Don't look at the floor." I'm like, "What? What's wrong with the floor?" And so
You're bleeding out, man.
I think I look back at it as I'm walking out, and it was some blood on the floor. It wasn't a big deal.
well, that's a white
The
floor.
sight
though.
of blood does not bother me.
I know. Once they get that thing in my arm, I
He doesn't go
can't
to our.
really
he doesn't
look
go to
at
the same
it.
one as we do. He doesn't
Oh.
go, he doesn't go
Well,
cold
either
water.
way, when they get the needle in my arm, I generally stay looking the
I
opposite
don't
way.
particularly look at. I don't watch them stick me.
I
So
can't.
anyway,
no.
I know what to expect when I go there.
It's messing with me
I
right
know
now for
the
some
screening
reason.
process. I know the
Ah.
questions they ask and the order at
Yep.
which
Ding,
they
ding,
ask
ding,
them.
ding. Yeah.
I'm talking about when you're sitting up there and they're literally screening you.
Mhm.
I know it all.
Oh, he wasn't talking about the computer questions.
No, the actual when you sit there and they're ready to poke your
Yep.
finger and test your blood. So anyway, I go and I sit in my chair waiting to get stuck. And at the time that I've gone there, like there's still faces I recognize of people that have worked there a while, and there's always new people because I think their turnover is
Probably pretty
decently
high.
high.
Mhm.
It's not a well-paying entry-level job, but they still always, they are still hiring people often, and sometimes those people stick around, sometimes they don't. But today there were still people that I knew and some people that I didn't know. So girl comes over, she asked me the questions and getting ready to stick me, and I did not know her. I don't like being stuck by people that I don't know,
I never liked
just because
because you never know.
I like to know. I like to be stuck by the people that I know and I trust.
Don't we all?
So she
Ayo.
she sticks me in my left arm. Now the last 2 times I've gotten stuck in my left arm, I didn't even feel it.
Yeah.
So she sticks me and it hurt.
Oh.
And it usually when it hurt, or I shouldn't say it hurt, I definitely felt it. But I hate when they ask that, is there any pain or pressure? And I'm thinking, I've got a 16 gauge needle in my arm. Of course there's pain,
Yeah.
So she sticks me and it doesn't, the pain, the discomfort doesn't fade as quickly as it normally does. And she's like, is there any pain or pressure? And I'm like, no.
Huh.
Thinking, okay, it's going to subside here in a minute. And she's like, and she looks at me like she doesn't believe me. I'm like, well, I mean, it doesn't feel any different than any other time I've been stuck in the arm with a needle. It's just what it feels like. So she says somebody else's name. She's like, over here. And she's like, well, I missed the vein. So she's going to come and fix it. I'm like, okay. Not a big deal. So girl comes over and she looks at it and she's like, all right. So she adjusted a little bit and she's like, all right. She just didn't go deep enough, but she's in there now. I'm like, okay, cool. And I knew from the moment she said, I missed the vein, I knew things were going to happen. This was not going to be an easy day at the place that I go.
No.
So I go through like the first 300 milliliters of plasma. And I get to about 330 and it's slow and slow. So first I have a high return, which all I really know is that it's pulling blood back into me too fast. So a girl that I know comes over and tells her, yeah, let's turn it down this much. So I think I do 3 draws and 3 returns between 300 milliliters and 400 milliliters, which I can, if I'm well hydrated, I can go 100 milliliters in one draw easy. So I know something is wrong and something is going to happen.
Yeah.
So right before the machine goes off and it's returning, I feel pain.
Yep.
So I'm
it's
like,
generally on the return when
so-
something's
so
wrong.
to the girl I know, I'm like, yeah, there's pain this time. So she's like, she calls in someone else's name. She's like, he's got a hematoma. And I out loud, I said, damn it. Because I knew the girl who missed my vein, that was the beginning and that it was screwed up. I think since I've been going here in the 6 years, I've had maybe 4 hematomas.
God.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
So the girl
I never
know,
had one.
The girl I know
One.
says we're gonna switch arms. I'm like,
That
okay.
freaks me out.
So they unstick me and wrap me up on this side, and I scoot over. So then another girl that I know comes over and she calls out someone else's name. Says, "Do you want to do a stick?" I'm like, no, nobody knew. Just you
already
stick
messed
me.
up one arm.
You stick me because I know you know what you're doing.
Wow.
So new girl comes over
No.
and
You didn't say anything?
I didn't say anything.
Well, I mean, they gotta learn.
Exactly, and that's
So-
why I don't want to get upset because I know that if I'm sticking veins, it's going to take practice.
It is.
And we even know somebody who's worked there. You have a sister that did it, and Juice used to do it.
Yeah.
He said he could do it without looking after he'd
yeah.
done it so many times.
Alex, at one point after her hematoma, she had a specific people who were there for so long only.
Well, it's because they really
And never
fucked
anybody
my
else.
arm up, and
Well,
they gave me
you
a little
can-
notice on my thingy
You
on my
can
chart.
suggest or you can request certain people,
Mhm.
and I don't like to do that
Because then it takes longer.
that and they
yeah.
they all if they're
They all
trained
have a
to
job
do
to
it
do,
they're
right.
you
I
have
get
to
it.
be certified to do it, I think.
There's a
Well, yeah, but it's on the
certification.
job training too.
Right, which I get. They have to learn how to do it.
Mhm.
And in 6 years I have had pretty good luck.
Yeah.
So new girl comes over and girl I know is watching her, so I'm like, well, at least she's here.
Mhm.
So she'll be watching. So, she's getting ready to stick me up my right arm this time. Now my machine's on my left because
Yeah, so they have to
so
stretch the
they
thingy.
stretch the line
Yeah.
over. So she sticks me and brings the line over with my blood in the line, and I'm like, I know what's gonna happen. She's gonna do something with this line, and I'm gonna end up with blood all over me. As soon as
Did
I
she not
thought
clip
that,
it?
something happened and blood spilled on my jeans and on my AirPods, and I'm like, son of a bitch. I saw this happening. Why is the guy, the donor, seeing that it's going to happen, and it does happen, yet a trainer...
Did they not clamp it?
The way I understood it, the trainer's like, yeah, you needed to clamp it here, and
my
I
God.
missed that.
I know
I'm
exactly
sorry.
how it's all set up, so I know
So
what
I'm like,
they need to do.
Come on, man, really? I mean, it wasn't a lot of blood, but it was just
No, but
the
it's
fact
enough.
that
One drop of blood goes a long way. So
it was
Your
actually.
jeans are ruined, man.
No, I washed them. I got them out.
yeah,
Wait,
they're not-
those jeans?
It was these jeans, yeah.
yeah, but blood doesn't stain.
But it got on
Not as much as you think.
I had my AirPods clipped to my belt loop, so it got on my AirPod case, which was silicone, so it was fine too.
What was the outcome? They give you your money, you just left?
So she's like, okay, we're gonna call it. And so a nurse had to come out and walk
Check
me to
you
the front. And before the nurse got there, she's like, don't worry, you're getting your payment today. And I knew I would because it.
You're damn right you're getting your payment.
So now I'm wrapped. Both my arms are wrapped up. I got a little bit of discomfort in my left arm from the hematoma, but there's no bruising yet.
So it will
So
be like a couple
I
days.
went and sat and ate Cheez-Its and drank Gatorade for 10 minutes, and then I left. But it's just like every time I have a problem, I can tell from the stick,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and I know that it's not going to go well. And every time I've had a hematoma, I've foreseen it.
I can't go back. So physically I can't. I will
Yeah.
not. And mentally, I don't know if I could do it again.
My mom just started donating.
Really?
I have no problems with it psychologically, physically, whatever. I even like this won't stop me from going again. It was just an inconvenience that really annoyed me.
Yeah.
And I've had in the 6 years I've had a great time. Like I've earned a lot of money from them with
Yeah.
very minimal problems.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
get
just
you.
one of those things. It hasn't happened in a long time, so I guess I was due.
Yep.
What's up, Alex?
I was just thinking about my hematoma that I had in my arm. Made me look like I was like a druggie. Like it was like
It was a
back when I was.
bruise.
It was pre-COVID,
Yeah.
very pre-COVID, and I still remember like I knew the girl was gonna miss it because she was being so like
Timid.
no, not timid. I'd never seen her before. And you know how they have to like take the betadine in the circle and
Mhm.
scrub it for like 30 seconds? Well, I still remember exactly what she was doing and which arm because I was looking up at her. She gets the betadine out and she goes on my arm and like goes for like maybe 5 seconds for one, and it's just humming to Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah.
And you could just tell she was new, and that
wasn't
she was like,
focusing at
and then
all.
she just kind of went, it's got to be right there, and it like. If you go enough, like back in the day when I was, you've got a permanent mark on your arm.
Yes.
It's permanent. It's
I've
scarred.
got 2. You have a good place to start.
You know
looking.
exactly where. And I know that you have a vein here and you have a vein here. Well, my vein that they poke was more down here. She went to try to poke this one instead of this one, completely missed, went right into like my bicep. And I don't ever watch, but I knew when she was feeling over here, I'm like, you're not gonna fucking poke over there, are you? Oh no, she did. And it's more sensitive to poke on the outside of your arm. And of course I don't look, and I go, oh, and I look over, and she's like, oh, did I miss it? And I'm like, and then she goes to like redirect the needle, misses it again, and then I just like give her the devil look, and then she calls somebody over, of course, and it was like, it just kind of gave her a look like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's not there, it's here. Like, you missed it by a foot kind of thing. And he's like, all right. And then did the same thing where he's like, well, we're going to have to poke this arm if you want to get paid. And I'm like, well, I just donated like 2 days ago out of that arm, but yeah, go ahead. And then after that, it like, as soon as they pulled the needle out, I mean, it went whoom. Because she didn't just poke it once and then try to pull it out. She like just pulled it out a little bit to redirect it and went right, like almost like sliced my vein.
We're going to lose a lot of listeners and viewers because we're talking about needles.
No, it's fine. But yeah, like 3 or 4 days later, my whole entire arm was like all the way up almost into my armpit, like a huge hematoma.
I think when it happened, your sister was still doing that. And I text her a picture. I'm like, is this normal? Like, should it go all the way up my arm? It's like, oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, it'll travel because it's also that loop or that tube is heparinized. So you've got heparin, which is an anticoagulant or anti-clotting thing, because you don't want your blood to clot. That's the whole point of it. So you have some of that heparin going up into your arm, so it's taking forever to clot. So you can't make a big platelet clot right here. It has to go all the way up your arm until it stops bleeding.
Right.
God, it freaking hurt. You know what like tetanus shots feel like?
Yeah.
And you can't move your arm for like a couple days. Like
I
that's
didn't
what it
have
felt
that
like.
issue with my with any of my tetanus shots.
I'm really sensitive to
People
tetanus
are like,
shots.
It agonizes. No, it's fine.
No, I like, you know when someone gives you like a dead arm?
That's all it feels like. It's just like I got punched.
Okay, well it feels like that, but like worse.
Not
to me. Like it's like
me.
my arm's limp and I can't move it without it hurting
tetanus
horribly.
shot never messed with me. Weird.
Well, then you're just
Just the tetanus shot. I'm not saying anything else right now. I don't know about anything else. So the Three Musketeers.
Oh yeah, hey, let's get into some
club.
lighter news.
So Alex, this was your movie club choice.
Yeah.
This movie came out in 1993, and the synopsis of this film is: France in 1625, young D'Artagnan heads to Paris to join the Musketeers, but the evil cardinal has disbanded them, save 3. He meets the 3, Athos, Porthos, and Aramis, and joins them on their quest to save king and country. Starring Chris O'Donnell, Kiefer Sutherland, Charlie Sheen, Oliver Platt, Tim Curry, and Michael Wincott. Alex, you chose this one. I'm gonna guess it's just because it's a childhood favorite.
It is.
Personally, I still love it.
You saw why? I mean, we put it in on. We put it in. We pushed play. We didn't. We could have gone downstairs and gotten the VHS
Did you
and
know
watched
it's
it.
on Disney Plus?
Yeah,
that's how we watched it.
I did not know it was on Disney Plus and paid to watch it on Prime. I didn't know it was a Disney movie until it was playing. I'm like, Walt Disney? She didn't know. Ashley didn't know either.
Yeah.
And so she looked, and it was on
I
Disney
should have
Plus.
told you that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I should have.
I mean, I could have looked. I could have.
I always look
watch
where to
Three
stream on every
Musketeers?
single
Exactly.
thing. Yeah.
I just thought that's a 40-year-old movie. It's probably not streaming anywhere.
Yeah. Well, as you can tell, it was a family favorite because my brother just got done making his lunch. It was like, oh shit, you guys are watching Three Musketeers, and he watched the whole thing with us too. So
Yeah,
he was like, oh, Jake and I were quoting a whole movie.
It was
of course.
Sunday morning. It was Sunday early morning.
Early morning.
Well,
yeah.
for him, afternoon, us morning. It was like, yeah. So, this is a 20-year remake, by the way. I don't know if you know about that.
Mm-hmm.
And the actress who
73.
starred in the original just died.
Raquel Welch, right?
Really?
Yes.
Oh, did
Yes.
not know that.
She was 82. and she was a big sex symbol in the 60s.
She was.
She was in Playboy and everything,
Oh.
and she was in the original playing Constance.
Oh.
So yeah, she just died. That's kind of
Very
ironic.
Yeah.
How is that a thing?
I
Where
know,
there's always
it's
something
always
that
a
it's
thing
connected
with
to
the
our movie at
movies.
some point.
I don't know.
I really enjoyed this movie. Brett, did you like it?
It is fine. And now, full disclosure, I had a real tough time staying awake.
Mm.
But the problem is because of my schedule. By the time we started watching it, is right about the time where I get sleepy, about 9 o'clock. So I tried really hard to stay awake, and then I was able to at a certain point and watch it through, and it was fine. Like, it didn't do anything for me. I didn't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed and laughed at some parts.
Yeah.
It was just one of those, probably would have meant more to me if had I watched it in the 90s. But
I didn't see this movie until, gosh, I wasn't a kid. I know that.
Oh, we were kids.
I was definitely.
This is definitely one of the movies. Like, I mean, you could tell with Jake and I watching it that
When
we
did
can
I
quote
see
most
this
of the
movie?
movie.
So the one thing I
don't remember
did
when I
find
first saw it.
annoying is that it was typical Kiefer Sutherland and his no.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But this is where he originated. You
He
know,
did.
So you can't
Well,
like
that and,
you can't dog him from his
Stand
24
By
years.
Me.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
He
this
was
is,
younger in that, I think.
Yeah, he's a child.
That
he's
was,
a damn.
that was an 80s movie.
Yeah, he's Lost Boys is right around the same time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Oh yeah. I forgot about the last movie.
yeah, this is Kiefer Sutherland is awesome in this movie. Charlie Sheen I enjoyed.
Well, he didn't have much screen time.
Not all, like I would say out of all of them,
I felt like Oliver. He had
Oliver Platt.
He
got
had
a
the
lot.
most jokes.
He's the comedic relief.
He was.
so.
Yeah, he was funny.
And Kiefer Sutherland had the most like tragic story to tell. So it was.
You
just-
hated Tim Curry, which was good.
I love.
He
Tim
played
Curry's
a very,
acting.
very, very good villain.
He's so good. Porthos the pirate. I didn't know that he was a pirate. Like in this time seeing it, I got a lot more knowledge of the characters. I think it's timeless when it comes to it because it's based off of
It's based off of older.
and there's a
times,
lot of
so.
story to it. This is
Yeah.
actually based off of a book
It's
series.
Very interesting that they call it the Three Musketeers,
Yeah.
even though Chris O'Donnell's with them the majority.
Well, yeah,
of the
but that's
movie.
why it's called the Three Musketeers. They're the three that brought it
That bring
back.
him
I
in.
mean, with his help, but like
Yeah.
he had to
Sure.
find the three to.
But you watching the movie. I think okay, it's the four of them. Yet the movie title suggests that there's only three of them.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of
It's the
a
importance
clash
of the
in
three.
my head.
They did make a fourth Musketeer movie, and then they also made a movie called The Musketeer that
There's
came
a
out in 2001.
2011.
They did, didn't they? Yeah.
Something in
It's
2011.
yeah, that's the reboot, The Three Musketeers, and that has a lot of people in it actually that we would know, as well as some that we wouldn't. But it has a few people in there. Michael Wincott, he's
He
such
has
a great 90s
great
villain.
villain
I love
voice.
this. Yeah,
A great villain voice.
you would love him in Robin Hood. He's the
Yeah.
same character, the exact same character. He plays the sheriff of Nottingham.
Mhm.
So, which you haven't seen.
That's the
No.
Kevin Costner one, right?
Yeah, and Christian Slater is in it
Yeah.
too. Really good film. I love it.
I haven't seen that one.
I saw that as a child. That's the one I saw as a child.
That one's
Oh, I
rated
saw that
R,
one.
isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's bloody. Yeah.
I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
because I had some action figures of Robin Hood. I
Did
don't know
you?
why because I never saw the movie.
There's no way it's R.
Morgan Freeman's in
watched
that one
it.
Check
too.
it. I
It's
think
R.
it is
It's
R.
R. It's R. It is R. It has to be.
Nah.
Alex is gonna.
They
be
don't make
wrong.
swordsman movies
What's
like
it
this.
called?
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Prince of Thieves.
There's
I-
a different.
yeah.
There's
Right,
different.
there's
There's
a
a lot
bunch
of
of-
Robin Hoods now.
Men in tights and all kinds.
Just
of
Robin Hood. Then there was
There-
another one that was just also called Robin Hood.
It
That
was
was just
It's
recently.
PG-13.
what?
It is.
No way.
91 PG-13.
There's blood in
could've
this. It's
swore
a
it was
bloody.
R.
PG-13. There was no way I was
Nope.
so sheltered. There
I
was
was
no
wrong.
freaking way
Hmm.
that my parents let me watch. Like, I'm surprised that they let me watch PG-13.
Did you like the swords fights and everything? All the sword fights. Like
Yeah,
they did a
fun.
lot of fencing. They did.
Yeah.
They did. In fact, Kiefer, O'Donnell, and Platt did 6 weeks of fencing training
Wow.
and riding lessons.
They did a lot of writing.
Charlie Sheen did not do any of that because he was filming Hot Shots
Hot
Part
Shots.
2. Part 2.
Part two,
Do.
Do.
DUEX.
It's French.
Hot Shots 2.
It's technically the.
Oh yeah, part duh.
Got some facts about this movie. The Queen Anne, Gabriel.
Yeah.
Anwar, that's the actress. She was pregnant during filming.
Oh well, I mean,
You don't see her.
You don't see that because I mean, she's got her corset thingy like all the way up here.
Yeah.
So
Disney wanted Robert Downey Jr. in the film. Not sure what he would have played. Young enough he would have been D'Artagnan in 92, 93.
Yeah.
So, Brad Pitt turned down the role of D'Artagnan. So he
would have been too strong of a character or an actor for that role. Would be my guess.
In the early 90s, late 80s. I don't know. Brad Pitt.
I think that Chris O'Donnell was very much the painted picture of what D'Artagnan needed to be.
What year was Interview with a Vampire?
That was 91, I think.
Is Snickers like...
Yeah, she's snoring.
She's good. She's just being a cat. Being her. This is the first book of a trilogy called the D'Artagnan Romances. The second is called 20 Years After, and the third is called, oh my gosh, The Vicomte of Bragelonne 10 Years Later. The third is such a vast novel that it has been split into 3, 4, or 5 volumes at various points. So the stories of D'Artagnan go farther than just this movie.
Do you want to know a fun fact about me that you probably don't know?
Go ahead.
When I was really young and, was dreaming about having kids one day.
You wanted this as a name?
D'Artagnan?
Mm-hmm. I wanted it as my son's name. Yeah. That was one of the first, whenever we'd play, dolls and stuff, this was D'Artagnan.
Now, I don't know. You rented this movie. Did you see the music video?
No.
Okay, so there is a music video.
It's one of those, like at Batman Forever, you've got, the Kiss by a Rose at the end of Batman and Robin.
Batman Forever.
Or Batman Forever.
Don't think so.
Seal's song, Batman.
I remember the song.
Okay.
Well, at the very, very end after the credits.
Actually, Alex, in unconventional end credits, they showcase this song during.
Oh, is it during?
It's during.
Well, either way, it's during. It's the credits, and they Oh, I wonder if we would have just watched through the credits.
The song is performed by Bryan Adams, Rod Stewart, and Sting. They perform "All for Love," and it plays over the end credits as well. Yeah, so there's a music video out there of them three playing it. So yeah, it was done before everything else. So it was unconventional. So, Charlie Sheen hates horses, by the way.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, that's also a fact about this. Charlie Sheen was actually almost played Porthos the Pirate, and Cary Elwes almost played Porthos the Pirate. He was so far into production. There is interviews of him.
He would have been good at that.
He would have.
Instead, Oliver Platt came in and did just fine.
I think Oliver Platt. I can't see anybody else.
Oliver
playing
Platt's
Porthos.
great. I love him as an actor. Now, I need to show you guys a screenshot of this movie. This is going to be interesting to you. One of the actors played 2 people in this movie.
Wait, what do you mean? What? Nuh-uh.
Yes.
That's the same person.
Same person. Paul McGann.
That guy was annoying.
Played 2 people in this movie. He played Gerard and Jusic. D'Artagnan!
Defending his sister's honor the whole movie.
So, yes, he played both of them.
I had
That's
no idea.
Kind of crazy. You can see it now.
No?
No? I can see it.
I can't. They look the same to me.
Or different.
Different.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, interesting.
Huh. No. He was definitely a Disney-fied character, villain, bad guy.
I mean, all of them kind of were if you think about it. But yeah, a couple more facts about this movie. When Countess de Winter, aka Milady, jumps
Rebecca
off.
de Mornay.
Yeah. How do you know her?
Well, I recognized her, and I looked her up, and the only thing I knew her from was, or where I recognized her from was she was Kurt Russell's wife in Backdraft.
Okay. She became the first character in a movie released under the Walt Disney banner to commit suicide.
Oh.
She did jump off that cliff.
I mean, yeah, but you don't know if she died.
Suggested.
I got a list here I'm going to actually bring up here. This is really interesting. There were some actors who portrayed double characters in movies, actually.
I know one.
What?
Which one? I mean, you can't really cheat and say like, oh, we know about like Robert Downey Jr.
No.
Okay.
Did I ever have you guys watch From Dusk Till Dawn?
No.
But
So,
I think that's in this
Cheech
list.
Marin plays like 4 characters.
He's in this list. Yes, I did see that Cheech Marin was in that.
It's like it's ridiculous. It literally plays 4 different characters.
Michael J. Fox plays both Marty and
Yep.
Marlene McFly in Back to the Future 2.
Part 2, yep. And himself, like, plays Marty Sr., Marty Jr., and whatever his daughter's name is.
Oh, you're gonna forget about Eddie Murphy. I mean,
I'm not. We can't. That's supposed to be that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool and Juggernaut in Deadpool 2.
Did not know that.
Yep. I'm gonna just be scrolling through some of these here. There's gonna be some movies that.
By the way, speaking of Deadpool, we've got, I don't know, Brett, if you've seen on social media, but between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds going back and forth trying
working
to
out.
buff up for this movie, and they keep competing posts against each other. See who can get the biggest.
I'm excited for Deadpool 3. It's gonna be rated R. Dick Van Dyke playing Bert and Mr. Dawes Sr. in Mary Poppins.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna know this from Jumanji. Jonathan Hyde played the hunter and
Yes.
Sam Parrish.
Yeah.
It's funny because I just watched Richie Rich, and he's in that as Cadbury.
I'm gonna be skipping through some of these that like don't really pertain to some of the movies that we don't really watch.
He's in The Mummy too, Jonathan Hyde.
Yeah.
Egyptologist.
One other one. Jeremy Bullock is a lieutenant in Empire Strikes Back Episode 5, and he also plays Boba Fett.
Did not know that one either.
So, that's all I have for the list. There's other ones on there I don't really need to mention because they're movies we probably haven't seen or they're not really memorable. Eddie Murphy has done a lot of movies where he's played multiple characters. Apparently, I haven't seen Coming to America, which I need to. I know it's a classic comedy. He plays like 4 people. But back to Three Musketeers. I think this movie's pretty good. It's enjoyable. For me personally, I'm just gonna give it a 7.5, 8. It's pretty enjoyable.
7.
Yeah.
8.
All right, so the next movie is my choice, and I'm gonna be pretty controversial here. I'm having issues with that. Controversial here. I'm gonna go with Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, I hate this movie.
You've seen it?
I have.
Oh, really? I have not.
I don't think I've seen it. What is it?
It is.
I've heard the
It's with
title.
Tom Cruise.
Nicole Kidman.
While they were married.
Yeah, this came out in
Eyes Wide Shut.
1999.
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick's last film.
Uh-huh.
A Manhattan doctor embarks on a bizarre night-long odyssey after his wife's admission of unfulfilled sexual longing.
Oh, I think I started watching it and I'm like, this is stupid, and I turned it off.
Well,
That
you're
was
probably
a while
younger.
ago.
You're probably younger, so this might be a little different as an adult.
That was a while ago.
Okay.
It goes into some sex cults.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen it. I've heard of the
movie.
The movie,
Yeah.
like it's been talked about, like
Yeah.
when you like in interviews and stuff.
For some
like,
reason,
when
it says
they brought
TV mature rated. It's not even rated. That's weird. It came to theaters. I know that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's
So.
just, I don't know. You'll have to look into that.
Got a little bit of nerd news here to move into. So in Disney fashion, they announced 3 sequels: Frozen 3, Zootopia 2, Toy Story 5.
I was gonna see if you saw that because that was on my list to say today, straight from Tim Allen's post.
I get the other 2. Zootopia's fine. Frozen can get a sequel. Sequel Incredibles, get on that. But Toy Story?
You don't need it.
Give me another Bug's Life.
Money.
New generation. First of all, and that's fine. But I just don't know what else they can tell in a movie. They've told it all. I mean, I don't know.
Well, obviously, we're going to see Woody again because he's going to be in it. So
how?
They're apparently going to...
Do they just somehow find each other where Woody's going to,
Well, they found Bo Peep!
Yeah, that took 20 years.
Yeah, it did.
When you said give Incredibles a sequel, did you mean a third one or a second one?
Third.
A third one.
Because Ashley mentioned that it does have one, and I'm was pretty sure you meant get a third one.
What? I said give Incredibles another one.
Oh, you
And
said
then,
a sequel.
and then I said Bugs Life needs one too.
Sure.
Oh, I would love to have another one.
Inside
but-
Out's already getting a sequel. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be
I'm
good.
excited
I like
for
that one. Yeah.
I just rewatched that movie recently. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon is getting a live action adaptation in 2 years. I don't think it needs it. The animation's fine. It's a good animated film. I don't know. It's just people are just they're getting.
I never saw anything of that one.
First one's good.
Yes,
Second one was
Ashley,
great.
Two,
we
isn't
Josh and I both actually, I
I
believe
own two.
we both agree that Incredibles 2 is better than the first one.
It's just as good, if not better.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think anybody liked it. Like
It's just
We
had heard
we
it
we
was-
thought it was a very like underrated film. Like we never saw it
I
in
enjoyed it.
theaters. We just turned it on one time, like probably when we got Disney Plus for the first time. We're like, holy shit, this is a great movie.
Why do we own it?
Because we have Disney Plus.
No, we have it on Blu-ray.
Oh wait, probably because we really liked it that much. I don't know.
We own it. We haven't opened it. But that's all I have for movies. But a quick gaming announcement. Apparently, nobody is going to E3.
None of the
And
public,
nobody.
none of the-
We're like, who the hell's gonna be at E3? No
Well,
one's gonna
well,
watch it.
Ubisoft will. They want
The
to.
manufacturers aren't going.
Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo. Those are the main three.
The
There's a reason-
publishers
It's because they're having their own
are-
freaking conferences now. No one's gonna save it all for one
I loved
and one
it.
for all.
One for all.
Yeah.
She brought it around.
Get out. Go downstairs.
Oh, get out.
I'm done. Mic drop.
It's good stuff. I think that was good. No, I gaming is dying, man.
Look, with the way the internet is,
You don't need
because
the
I lived in
conferences
the-
anymore.
Because we live in the Midwest, it's not necessary to me because any one of these publishers can just throw it all out there in a well-edited video, you know?
Oh, have you seen?
We're not in the press. Like, I
What's-
would understand if the people in the press who went every year want to go sit in an audience and see the show live, sure.
Yeah.
We've never had that experience. So do I need it as a gamer? No.
No, it would have been nice to go.
But
to
it's
one of
it's
those.
fun. It's
some
like the
point.
Oscars for us. Like it's
It's-
like ooh, like something like who's gonna
Right. I agree.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but at the same time, that's like I consume maybe 10% of what actually is announced at E3. Now that's me. That's I know maybe in the minority that doesn't
I agree.
look and watch as
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
but-
Journalists go nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
I love
oftentimes I hear
Microsoft's-
on those podcasts is it's their favorite. It's like Christmas to them, and
Yeah.
that's fine, and they will still go because there's still going to be a show.
Right.
But the major nobody wants to share the spotlight, and that's what they do at E3.
Okay.
They share their announcement spotlight, especially if there's multiple press conferences in a day, which there is.
Right.
Now the main one, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, they don't all go on the same day. But they're thinking we need to, when's a dead news time? That's when we'll announce something.
Middle of summer,
So
man.
we're all talking. The
Actually-
entire industry's talking about it. Us.
We just got out of a dead time. January was so dead in gaming. I was like, man, there's nothing to talk about in the nerd culture right now.
Well, I don't know.
It's-
Hogwarts Legacy was, of course, that was
Well,
February.
Yeah, releases, yes, but no announcements, nothing to talk about. Like,
Well,
I
yeah,
can't.
I mean-
can I talk to you about Hogwarts Legacy?
Everybody not talking. talking to
Okay,
me about it.
exactly.
It's just they're coming down from the holidays, which they're starting to
I
do in
hate that.
February.
Good
in
release though,
December.
for
They're-
Hogwarts. Great
know.
timing.
Yes,
Like,
it was.
they're doing
It's
great.
going to make a lot of money.
I kind of want to play it myself, and I don't like a lot of single player campaigns. A lot of people are really
Okay.
He's
upset.
being very pathetic right now.
He's being a
He's like,
he's being a dork.
hey.
Okay, so
Wait,
Hey,
got
I've got
news.
we've
go
got
ahead,
stuff.
go ahead, go
There's
ahead.
There's two more pieces of news.
I don't. You guys didn't bring anything to the table.
Well, you were yelling at me, so
Go ahead.
well, I got two pieces.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, the first one is I read today that they finally did a deal to bring Call of Duty to the Switch.
Like a 10-year deal or something.
When
Or
when
Nintendo gonna have
Xbox
them.
gets it, I think I read.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know. I saw a certain quote on one of the posts. I think this is unnecessary because
I don't know if the Nintendo audience is there.
exactly. I mean, how many Switch owners that want to play Call of Duty don't have one of the other consoles for one?
Right.
The
Right.
power of the Switch isn't enough to run some of the later Call of Duties anyway,
Right.
which means they're playing
New console. thing.
10-year-old
Right.
Call of Duties. I'm like, it doesn't matter really.
Nintendo's gonna have to have a new console coming out soon. When's the Switch release?
2017, 6 years ago. And then
It's coming.
Then they changed it, or they brought out the OLED, which did nothing for the power, just the screen technology.
And it looks beautiful.
It does.
I like it myself personally. I have a problem with the fact that Nintendo's gonna have to bring out another console now, and it feels like I'm in the middle of the Switch life, right?
Yeah.
Like they just brought out all of their main titles, and I don't even know if they're gonna sequel any of them yet. They're bringing out another Legend of Zelda.
I would assume they're not doing a full redesign. It's literally they know that they
know what they got.
win with a mobile home console.
Yeah.
So what do they need to do? They need to make it more powerful, but don't change the overall design.
No. I'm fine with the design. I like.
I'm wondering if they're gonna go into Nintendo accounts on their on app stores, and you can start playing on other devices via Nintendo accounts. You make your hardware. But Nintendo's a hardware company. I can see them not doing it. Like they have to bring something to the table that's hardware, because they took out the DS and now they got a home console.
Well, they've got their mobile and their home in one.
Yeah.
And they've struck gold with
and
it, really.
Strong.
So they've sold a lot.
Yeah, another article piece.
One more thing, I missed it last year, but the developer of Super Mega Baseball tweeted their next release is happening in spring of this year. So finally, I am excited about something.
A game.
Yeah.
When was the last game you liked? Did you get excited for the Ninja Turtles game?
Which one?
Shredder's Revenge?
No.
You didn't get excited.
I didn't get excited for it now.
Thor. I was gonna.
And I guess I maybe was excited for God of War.
I was gonna say
I'm glad
Ragnarok.
I'm glad it was happening, and I was happy when it came out. But
it felt like it was
I was
early. Like,
okay with waiting. It wasn't too early because it was 4 years after.
It felt like the dust hadn't settled from the other one.
Yeah.
It was 4 years.
It didn't feel.
It
like
didn't feel like
it. Really
it.
didn't.
Because I just remember getting
the
memes were still there.
Yeah.
The boy.
I think it's just because of COVID. COVID just really made everything super.
It did.
It just flies by.
But it allowed Sony to come out with a good, strong title.
I'm still playing it. I play at least 3 to 4 to maybe even 5. It's just like, what do I do? Well, I'll play baseball and listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
It's what Madden was for me 20 years ago.
That's my Madden now.
Yeah.
Madden's now my. Oh, I forgot to mention we did a couples thing for Valentine's Day. We went over to Alex's sisters, and she had a whole bunch of couples over, and we were doing all these like couple quizzes and things. I forgot to mention this, but it kind of goes down the line of Madden. Alex found out something about me. I use Madden to wind down.
Yeah, like it was, what do you do at home when you're stressed? It was like a couple's question, and then we had like little whiteboards, and we had to write our answers on or something.
So that was one thing that she found out.
What was mine?
Sleep.
Oh, I gave you your entire day.
He just gave my entire day off or whatever.
Like what she would do on a day off.
Yeah, and he listed everything 100% right.
You didn't list one of them, which was, I think, something to do with Pixel.
But your answer was play Madden, and you didn't get that right.
No.
She didn't. What did you say?
I said you.
Graphic design.
You did graphic design.
No,
that's his job. That's not how he wants.
No, I didn't say like his job. I like
the hobby part.
He likes the hobby part of it, like where he gets full
I get full creativity.
Yeah. Like where it's like, oh, I'm gonna go work on something for the podcast, or I'm gonna go work on because he likes doing that.
I see.
And then afterwards, he's like, look what I made, and I'm like, oh my god, you made that.
I should
There's no way.
show you some of the stuff I've done for Crystal right now.
Yeah, you still haven't done that.
Are
you allowed to? Did you ask Crystal for permission?
You're in the house. You're gonna see the screen. There's no. She didn't sign an NDA. Nor did I.
Okay.
She's a streamer. She's streaming now.
Yep,
she did her
Dead
first
Space.
stream. Yeah.
And
she's gonna. She's
Finally.
actually upset she did Dead Space first.
I watched.
She said to Patrick she wanted to do Silent Hill instead because she knows the game.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
I watched.
wow,
I haven't finished it yet, but I started watching Patrick's Uncharted 4 stream.
Yeah. Well, go him. Getting on his single players.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, did you have
Oh yeah, so one thing I'm excited for I believe it's this weekend. It's got to be this weekend or like
What's
a week
that?
from. Wait, when's the 28th?
This weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah.
That is a week from today.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
it's 21st.
Oh yeah, so it's in a week.
What's up?
Destiny.
Oh, is that the new release?
Yep.
Are we doing it?
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. I want to.
We should probably log into our
something.
characters, make sure we still have them.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm really excited. Destiny is so
Mhm.
good, and like this new update looks amazing. And there's never been an update that where we're like, this sucks.
I'm scared now. I need to log into Destiny. I hope I didn't lose my character.
I know, right?
Yeah, it'd be really sad. I need to talk about something that was discovered, and you guys are gonna flip a little bit.
Okay.
So-
Well, while you're working on that, I had one more thing.
Go ahead.
There was a post from IGN, like an update on Bruce Willis. If you guys didn't see it.
Yeah, he has dementia.
Yeah.
Diagnosed.
Yeah. So
Sad.
diagnosed. So we're not gonna see him in another movie.
I'm glad this is a mature audience because this is about to get a little.
That.
Well, there's only one thing on the board that it could be, and I'm guessing it's just a really old version of that.
That is a 2,000-year-old phallus.
Yeah.
You said phallus.
Researchers found a 2,000-year-old.
And how do they know that
sex
this
toy.
is a sex toy?
That was
Look at it!
My exact question, Alex.
First of all, it's 6 inches long.
Oh!
And the shape of it.
It could have been a tool.
Yeah.
It was a tool.
It's a tool of some kind.
It could have been used as a.
That's a cheap joke.
What's it made out of?
It's wood.
Stone or wood?
It's wood.
Ow!
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be anything.
It is a sex toy. It is.
How?
How do they know that?
I don't think
Archaeologists
they could
they have this is found in ancient Rome.
I bet you that went for a pretty penny. Back in the day. Could
So-
you make me like 10 of those?
it has been documented. It is actually the oldest sex
I
toy.
want to know how they prove it.
How?
I mean, the more I look
Okay.
at it, the more I guess it
I mean,
does.
probably, but they have to be able
Okay.
to prove it.
They're offering 3 other possible ways in this
Okay.
journal it could have been used.
Okay,
So,
and
I mean, it looks like it could have been used as a nail.
what?
A nail of some kind.
A nail?
I mean, you see the point.
I don't see a nail there.
Okay. Others are saying it could have been a hammer,
Is this a thing like
A club.
a club
club?
of some kind,
a club? Like a
6-inch club. We need something that's 6 inches. And you need to tell me if that feels like it could be a tool of any other kind other than what it is. Is there something around here? I mean, other than whipping it out.
just
Let me go find something.
We all know what 6 inches is.
No, we don't.
no, we don't.
Have you ever seen a ruler? It's half that.
Half a ruler.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously. Are we gonna get
It's
personal here?
I think it looks like it could be. I mean, because look at
This is
the.
gotta be about 6 inches right here.
Okay, look at the striations on the like what should be the
What did
ball
you just
sack
call
of
it?
it. Striations,
Striations.
little scratch marks,
Okay.
like
I'm
on the
listening.
ball sack part of it.
So
I
you're
mean-
saying they grip that?
No, I'm saying that it was probably that it's all rounded on around the ball sack part too. Like, look at how smooth that is. Like, maybe it was a tool first.
So this is about 6 inches right here, right?
Yeah, and they probably grabbed it by that and knocked somebody out with it. I don't know.
Stop trying to play devil's advocate and just go with it, right? I mean, it probably is. They probably found skin.
What, they
tissue on
found-
it. I mean,
They found vaginal tissue.
Yeah.
on it.
I mean, we're not gonna judge. It could be going in other places.
Yeah, yeah, it could be. You never know. But where did they find it?
Rome. Ancient Rome.
In somebody's like coffin?
Oh no, they dug it up. They dug it up. They dug it up. They found it in like like where you find all burial shit. I don't know. Where are you finding things?
I don't know.
I'm not
Was
an
somebody
archaeologist.
gripping it, or like how was it?
Like the skeleton's got the hand around it.
It's just
It's like, this is it.
this is Alex.
The volcano's coming. We might as well get ourselves busy.
laid
one
to
last
rest,
time.
laid to rest with her favorite toy.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know why you guys are debating this.
I don't know. I'm just trying. 'cause
First
you
of all,
never know.
there's the
You know,
line
you've got some ancient like.
right there. And
I
then
know.
the shape of it.
Maybe that was the shape of the wood, and it just so happened to be.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
Don't know.
I'm just saying, like that. The world's oldest
I hit-
sex toy.
all
The
right.
oldest one, 2,000 years old. I mean, good on there. 2,000 years ago, we were getting kinky. We got
If they didn't, nobody would be around.
right, exactly. We gotta stay current here with a little bit of the news. Just a couple things.
Skip forward 2,000 years.
UFOs going
A
on.
lot of stuff being shot down.
Stuff being shot down. I don't know
Crazy
what all we
lights
really want
in
to
the
cover
air.
with that. I just want to say, first of all, train derailment in Ohio. We're worried because we're like 4 or 5 hours away from it. But I mean, the basin of the Ohio River does come up to Fort Wayne, but it'd have to go a while. So I'm more worried about our air quality and the way the air can be pushed. And right now, I think it's been officially. I just saw that. It's been officially said that Biden is now stepping in. So it's 2 weeks later. It's a little
Whatever.
late. Have you seen the water quality videos that are out there?
I have not.
It's bad.
It seriously looks like
it's sediment at the bottom.
like if you throw a rock and like it looks like a little creek, like these people are going over to little creeks around the area and they're showing you because it looks like regular running water and then they throw a rock in it and all of that oil because it's so heavy.
You ever see a parking lot with oil?
with oil like
a
after
shimmer?
it rains and a car pulls out and it's shiny on top.
It's kind of
It looks like that and it just bubbles like crazy. Like it looks horrible, absolutely horrible. And they said that they cleaned it up, and there's still people that are like they're never going to. Clean
Residents
this
in New
up.
York are worried about acid rain right now due to the air quality.
Yeah, they've got
So
pets that are dying left and right.
Birds are going crazy.
People have like respiratory infections, and they said it's with the type of chemicals and whatnot, and how bad and harmful all these chemicals are. They said it was like a mini Chernobyl there.
So we're getting a little news clippets here and there on TikTok. That's where I'm getting my news from on everything now. I'm not going anywhere
Well,
else.
it's just raw footage.
It's essentially user footage, so it's what you get. And a lot of people are everybody's a journalist right now, so I'm just happy about that.
I'm just glad everybody. This is one of those times like you're glad people have phones.
Yeah.
Because they can be there, whip it out, and be like, "Oh my gosh, look, this is happening right now."
If there's all these birds have died, I'm hoping they're freezing these birds and bringing them to court. You know,
It's not gonna do anything.
there's gonna be a lot of stuff going. Like
There's like been 10 freaking train derailments in the last week.
I know,
and nobody's
right?
covering it.
How kind of crazy is that? There's one in South Carolina, one in Texas. There was one in Detroit. It's getting kind of
They're all over the place.
They did
like
find
I've lost count.
There was a church somebody found a pipe bomb behind a church that was next to some rail tracks.
Next to the rail tracks. Yep.
An 8-inch pipe bomb.
Yep.
That's a little fucky. I don't know. It's a little weird. Some weird stuff's going on in our country, along with these balloons. They just
Nope,
spotted
we're
a new
all done with
balloon.
COVID. Let's bring on something else.
They spotted a new balloon over Hawaii yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we're gonna get some answers.
They've got weird
I don't
green
know.
lights coming from the skies that are like lasers over
Stuff
Hawaii.
we usually avoid talking about, but we kind of should stay.
Like I know,
current.
but it's like it's everywhere, and I don't really have an opinion on it. It's more like I'm just waiting for the bigger picture.
True. I agree. Brett, I want your insight. I don't see you.
I have not.
Have you heard of this stuff?
I have not heard about the trains or the water.
You haven't heard about the train?
Yeah, because it's not on.
I don't watch.
No,
Anyway,
that just
whatever
proves
this
it.
is.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
watch that.
They're not reporting this on anything. And this
You not
is
seeing it on Facebook?
This is
You're on Facebook every day.
Yeah. It's not on Facebook.
I had an image
No.
that was put up. You didn't see that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Let me show this.
It just at least pull up what the explosion looks like, the cloud.
That's
It
not an
was-
explosion. That's them controlling the fire.
Oh, sorry, controlling the fire. It was a clear day, and it made it like these people got out of their houses and looked up at the sky, and it looked like it was thunderstorming.
Oh, I did see that, but I didn't know what it was.
That's the train derailment.
Yeah.
That's our air quality around us.
What does the air quality have to do with a train derailment?
Okay, so the chemicals burned.
Yeah, so all the chemicals that burned
What
are
chemicals?
Oh, you want to know what they were?
everything that the train was carrying.
So the train was carrying chemicals. You buried that lead.
Well,
I thought you knew.
I'm like, for us, it's just,
No.
we've been hearing about it for a week straight, so it's weird to hear somebody not know about it.
So
like,
4
it's-
major cancerous causing chemicals are now in our environment.
Yes.
Huh?
Like, they're all carcinogens. Like, very well known carcinogens.
Yes. In fact, one of them was used in World War I as mustard gas. So that is
and that is
around
being
us.
spread to us.
So who's derailing the trains?
We want to know that. We want to know if it was an actual accident or if there's something else going on.
That is
afoot.
the question right
Where
now.
Are they being
Where's the authority?
derailed on purpose?
That is the other question.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
one in Oregon. I forgot about that one.
Oh yeah, and the one in Oregon. Yes, there's another one.
The problem is if they kill off a percentage of the population, they can't get votes from that percentage. So, if it's,
got that coming up.
I just don't know. The thing is, like,
what was the thing? Like, there was the other creepy, super ironic thing is that there is a movie. Remember?
Oh, a movie came out last year that took place in small town Ohio of a train derailment and it exploded.
For the exact same situation.
I mean, I get what you mean about staying in the know, and it's probably important, but I think when you talk about this kind of stuff, ignorance is bliss.
It is
so
until
it's helping you right now.
Well,
no, I'm saying there's nothing that we can do about it, so why worry about it?
Because you could be contacting your local authorities, see if there's something that they could be doing.
So that's what a lot of people that we're seeing on like TikTok and stuff were like, what are we going to do about this?
Well,
nobody knows what to do about it.
That's the thing.
That is what's depressing me.
I have no evidence. Like, I haven't seen anything.
No, but what we're trying to say is like at least like the community is going out and they have the creeks like covered by people so that way you can't go and grab samples and stuff. Like they're trying to keep people away.
Maybe I should change the movie club movie. To this other
we
movie.
watched the movie. No, so there's videos of people like trying to like stop on the side of the road to go to these creeks that are flowing from where that the train derailment happened to get samples to take home for themselves, and they're like, no, you can, or they're just it looks way too suspicious. Sure. Like, these are just public areas, and they're like, nope, sorry, you can't come over here. Oh, but you cleaned it up, apparently. And then people are going in and going, oh, watch, they'll throw a rock, and then all of the oils and chemicals and stuff you just see just spew up from the bottom of the river. Like, it looks so terrifying.
I'm gonna change the movie club movie to White Noise, and that's what this movie is.
Oh, that's the one that they're talking about?
Yeah.
That's it's supposed to be like a...
It came out last year.
Way too ironic part.
It's got Adam Driver.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did say it was Driver too.
So, wow. Ohio, 1984, without a doubt, Jack Gladney, a liberal arts professor with a strange art of expertise, and his fourth wife share a profound unhealthy preoccupation with death. As a result, when the looming threat of an airborne toxic event forces everyone to evacuate their homes, the mystery of death evolves into sheer existential dread. So, yeah, it stars Adam Driver, Greta Gerwig. Don Cheadle's in this. Huh. How come I've never heard of this film? Yeah, we're going to change it to White Noise.
Okay.
So instead of Eyes Wide Shut, so Brett doesn't have to deal with it. That's okay. I wasn't certain on it. We'll have that one for some other time. So it's gonna be White Noise, not the horror movie starring Michael Keaton.
I'm kind of interested now to see how much this mirrors
But if it takes place in '84, it's gonna be a lot.
Oh yeah,
different.
I mean, you're gonna have a different time period,
entirely.
but that's about it.
So, all right, you guys have anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
Just waiting to see if aliens are real.
Yeah. They haven't found anything from those UFO crashes that they've shot
they
down.
can't. No, they can't find what they shot down.
One of them.
Yeah, they're not going to tell you what they found.
No.
I hope
that's what they said. They can't find it.
Hope that we have some honesty here eventually.
Yep. They can't find it. They shot it down. You know, there's a certain radius in which that stuff can fall down, and they can't find it.
Yeah. All right. So, Alex, you want to go ahead and plug your Twitch?
Yes, if you'd like to watch me game, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I'm on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. Been really heavy into Fall Guys lately because I'm actually enjoying it.
We should probably launch Destiny this weekend, though.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I don't think I would enjoy it playing solos.
No.
At all.
Right. And
I like playing it with you guys.
They just tweeted out that solo runs are going to be 40 people from now on, not 60, so it's going to be a little bit different of gameplay for that, and there's going to be other new updates. Seasons are going to be longer, and season's already long enough, I think, but that's my opinion. As far as my stream goes, it's twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. You can catch me there on, I don't know if I'll be on this Wednesday, but I'll be on Thursday and Saturday for sure. Thursday evening and Saturday morning. Wednesday night, it's a big possibility I might not be because I have a performance review on Thursday that I'm going into work for, so I want to be clear for that.
Oh wow. Well, that's news to me.
Clear your mind.
Yeah, I want to be clear for that. So I think that's something.
Is it possible that Pixel is hungry?
Or
He just said them.
Or has to go.
No, he doesn't.
Well,
I
he
took
was
him
licking
out.
the floor, and then he was licking my foot because I put it in the way of the floor. And
Well, his eyes are also glossy. He could
He's
be.
tired.
He's tired, and
Yeah. As far as our podcast goes, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on this video, and be sure to hit the subscribe button on our channel and hit the bell to be notified when we go live, which will be every Tuesday around 7 p.m. roughly. I didn't have the studio set up this time, so that's why we weren't live at 7 exactly this time, but hope to be. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. PTO Unlimited is what you'll search. And also make sure you guys are following our Discord and the merch. We got all of us are
all
wearing
three
merch.
of us are wearing different merch today.
PTO Unlimited hats are available now.
The beanies are
The
available.
beanies are available. We have the shirt. You know, I'm going to be getting more things, mugs. We have cups available as well, too.
Yes.
So make sure you guys are checking out our merch. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_kitty.
Final note. I don't have.
I have one.
Okay.
This is our 100th episode in this studio.
Like this one?
This
like
one.
this room?
Yes, in this studio. This is our 100th episode. I mean, I'm not necessarily gonna count, having guests on, and we went to other studios like the living room and stuff. So I've written down all of the information about our podcast. Episode 33 through 1 was done in the dining room.
Oh,
Of our
the
apartment.
townhouse.
You
Not-
mean 1 through 33?
1 through 33.
Yeah.
Episodes 34 through 183. We did 149 episodes in the studio.
At the apartment?
At the townhome.
The townhome?
The
Yeah.
149.
Oh.
That's a lot. We
That's
did
a
100
lot.
here. So,
Yeah, dang.
and then we did 47 episodes in the apartment, episode 184 through 231.
Well, I mean, we had COVID during that time, so yeah.
That was the quarantine time, and then we actually had COVID
Yep.
here.
Yes. Yeah.
So we've done 100 episodes here.
Wow.
100.
Doesn't feel like it. Well,
Almost-
we've also
Yes, it
moved
does.
around and whatnot. So yeah.
Yes, it
It
does.
feels like it.
100 here.
I don't know. I don't think it.
I think
feels
it's gone by
like
fast
I think
because
it's
we
gone
had
by
different
fast.
we had different seating all the time, and we were
Mhm.
moving things around and different changes here and there. I think I had another final note, but that's okay. I think that's good enough. Good enough information as far as that goes. There's something else written down, but I don't know where it went. I had something else. That's okay. We'll be here next week, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. We'll see you guys next
Subscribe.
week. Bye.
Bye.